Howdy YouTube, today we're taking a look at the WWE Mattel Basic Series 63 from NXT and the recent Smackdown draftee. We've got the Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin. A very cool looking figure, one I've wanted to get my hands on for a little while. Slightly outdated in terms of his chest tattoo, but still very cool indeed. I'm interested to see what happens with this guy now that he's on Smackdown. Personally, I really liked him in NXT. I thought he was fantastic in WWE with Raw. The feud with Ziggler, I think, hurt Baron rather than helping him. There was a lot of weird stuff in that I'm just really confused by, like the traditional wrestling match that they had where Ziggler's wearing like the wrestling helmet monstrosity, ugly looking thing and all that sort of junk, which really, I guess, took a bit of momentum out of Baron Corbin, if I'm honest. So I'm excited to see what happens on SmackDown. Hopefully they build him into a beast. I would love him to be the SmackDown equivalent of Braun Strowman. And why do I say Braun Strowman? If you haven't seen the first Raw of the new era, then check that out. I thought it was an amazing show. Raw did a really good job with the draft, and I'm interested to see how SmackDown tops that moving forward as well. But yeah, Braun Strowman was just an absolute beast. He fixed some of his moveset issues. Great look. He looks menacing. And Baron Corbin is the same sort of thing, so I'm very keen to see what happens with him. In terms of packaging, nice shot of Baron Corbin on the left there. Let's get this opened up. In terms of the other figures in the set, it's actually a solid lineup. We've got John Cena, Seth Rollins, Undertaker, Alberto Del Rio, Paul Heyman, Rusev, Ryback, obviously Baron Corbin, and Sid Justice. So a great wave of figures with the exception of Ryback, who's not there anymore. A really good lineup. The John Cena I want to get my hands on. I love it. He comes with the orange shirt, which they very rarely release figures like that, so I really want to get my hands on that. But a solid wave overall. And here we have Corbin out of packaging. A couple things I really like about this guy. One, the figure is quite cool, but the actual wrestler himself, I think he has a great moveset. I love the fact that he's a Golden Gloves recipient. That to me adds a lot of legitimacy because that means he's a damn good boxer to get the Golden Gloves. And someone that does boxing myself, training, I have enormous respect for that, and it makes me like him a lot more, even though he is, I guess, a heel. The actual figure itself has some great detail on it. I'm also going to take this opportunity to talk about what I thought of the new Raw era show. The matches on that were outstanding, just really impressive. The Fatal 4-Way matches were great. The one that opened the show with Finn Balor picking up the victory with Kevin Owens, Cesaro, just an amazing match, really top level stuff. And then the main event was quite good as well. The tag team stuff, hopefully the Bullet Club are going to do really well. Personally, I think with Finn Balor, they're going to do something with the Balor Club. No doubt, it's even his entrance music there, so I think that is something coming. I'd love to see at Survivor Series the Bullet Club, AJ, Finn Balor, and Gallows and Anderson against some sort of team. That would be pretty sick. Now, this guy, I think they did a really good job with the face scan. Normally with Mattel, the first time they bring out a figure, the faces are a little off, but with this one they did a brilliant job. Absolutely nailed it. Subsequently, he has got, I think, a couple more of these like diamondy shaped tattoos there. The one thing I really like with this Corbin figure that they don't normally do, that I'm impressed with, is they've added some color into the basic tattoos. They normally don't do that, so the fact that they did this time makes me very happy and shows that they at least went to a little bit of effort. Pretty cool. And then on his arm there's a clock theme going down there. It does look very cool, to be honest. I really like it. The detail on the tattoos, Mattel did a fantastic job. You can see everything on the arms there. Looks like you know, whether it be leaves or like a bird feather or something like that. The tattoos come up really nice and definitely make it a cool figure. I have no clue what this stuff is on the back. Moving down, I like his pants as well. A good monster needs to have a slightly different attire, and this is something I can see Kane wearing at some point, and that's basically what they're progressively building Corbin into, like some sort of biker, you know, monster heel type character. So I really like it, and I'm a big fan of this figure. In terms of articulation, ball jointed head, ball jointed arms, swivel in the bicep, bend at the elbow, swivel wrist, swivel waist, swivel in the legs, bend at the knee, swivel in the boot, and swivel in the ankle. So your standard range of basic articulation. Now, just for comparison, I've got Corbin with some other WWE figures just so you can see the scaling. I think the scaling is spot on. You can see he's quite a bit taller than Dean Ambrose, which makes sense because Corbin is supposed to be a big man, giant. I'd like to see how he stacks up against Big Cass, to be honest with you, height-wise. I think Corbin is a lot smaller than what WWE portray him as, but still a big guy. You can see he's a little bit taller than Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar is excessively huge. So I think Mattel did a great job with that. Overall, I'm a huge fan of this figure. I think Mattel did an excellent job. If you're a WWE fan, an NXT fan, or in fact, a new Smackdown fan, then absolutely I think this guy is well worth picking up.